Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some wrestling news. Before WWE Raw Day 1 tonight, I'll actually do a review for once for WWE. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But the first thing I'll talk about is this is per PW Insider, and unfortunately, the word making rounds in WWE is that starting in this new year, the announcings will all consist of two-man boots. That means that Michael Cole's time on SmackDown ended last month. So now instead, this sucks. But he's been working his ass off, so he deserves to just be on one show. Although it's nice having him on both, and I guess he was only temporarily there to mentor and shape Kevin Patrick as an announcer. And I think he likes being on both, but I don't like Corey Graves and the Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick duo. Corey Graves is good. I don't like Kevin Patrick. They just need to realize he isn't it. Hopefully they move him to the backstage, move him back there eventually. He's just not that good at all. It hasn't proved since he's been moved to SmackDown, man. So they're gonna have Wade Barrett and Michael Cole back to Monday Night Raw, and Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick on SmackDown. I mean, it should always be two people. Just replace Kevin Patrick, put Vic Joseph. Honestly. So The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he is in Pasadena, California for College Game Day. He was there for College Game Day. And a few hours away from, the home of WWE Raw Day 1 tonight in San Diego, California, Triple H, teased that former WWE champion. Is that former WWE champion Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Because he's only a few hours away. And it's, it was just like the thing where he was in Colorado, where Colorado was playing that day and he was there. So I think The Rock is it's going to be there tonight. I really do. I think it's going to be happening. But I won't put it past them, because they can have him in Australia. Maybe that's the former WWE champion they're talking about. I don't know. You'll just have to stay tuned tonight on Day 1. So, tonight's WWE Raw will mark the first ever episode of WWE TV without Kevin Dunn involved with the company. It's gonna be crazy. First episode without Kevin Dunn involved with the company. So it really is truly the start of a new era. No Vince McMahon, no Kevin Dunn. You just got Triple H and whoever's taking over for him. So new year, new era in WWE. So WWE had a really big year in 2023, and it was officially the biggest year in the company's history. It had the highest social media views ever, the highest merchandise revenue ever, the highest sponsorship revenue ever, the highest premium live event viewership ever, and the highest grossing ticket sales ever. Ever since Triple H just took over, WWE's getting better and better. Like, they're getting more social media views, sponsorship, merchandise. A lot of people are on the shows, and some really good in-ring stuff as well. Some really good in-ring. I won't say about ever, but it's the best it's been in a while. And 2023 is insane. 2024 is going to be even better. So Triple H, WWE done a really good job this year. I should say last year. So a lot of people are getting worried by this thing here. So it came out like 1240 something that former world champion MJF no longer appears on the AEW's official roster on their website. We know he's re-signed with AEW. We're not going to be fooled. He's just injured. And obviously they're going to take him off the roster because he's not going to be active right now, because where he has that shoulder injury, his neck. I'm not being fooled because he's injured. He's gonna re-sign. He's just injured right now. Probably that shoulder where he had that brace on it. his neck, I think he has a neck injury as well, so I think he's going to take time off, heal that up, and come back. He's probably re-signed. So they're not fooling us, and it's another storyline I guess they're going to do. They're trying to make us believe something that we know that ain't true. I think it's just stupid. But imagine if it's not, but imagine if he don't re-sign, that would be crazy. So here's your, as I was mentioning WWE Raw Day 1, so here's your advertised card. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Championship. Hope that's an actual match and not just some, oh, here's a DQ finish. Rhea Ripley versus Ivy Nile for the Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax. Tegan Nox and Natalya versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Plus the World Champion Taste by Triple H. So, I don't think Drew's going to win. He'll probably lose. So Punk can win it at the... So he can win the Royal Rumble, then take on Seth at WrestleMania and win it. I don't know who it's gonna be. I still think it's gonna be The Rock. And someone who isn't active. So I think it's either The Rock or Batista. But it's a pretty good card for Day 1. So, we had some more news regarding the Andrade El Idolo situation. So, there's expectation internally that Andrade will be back with WWE as soon as Monday. Yeah, it came out that they weren't re-signing him to the company. I think Tony Khan said it in the press conference. So yeah, Andrade's gonna be back in WWE. It looks like tonight, most likely. And there's people thinking he's gonna go at him and Gunther are gonna have a feud for the Intercontinental Championship. They probably will put him on SmackDown if Charlotte wasn't hurt, but they're gonna probably have him on Raw for now. So we're gonna get Andrade back tonight. So Sports Illustrated ranked their ranking of the top 10 pro wrestlers that they put of 2023. Number 1, they had Cody Rhodes. Number 2, they had Rhea Ripley. Number 3, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Number 4, Trinity and Impact will be TNA soon. Will Ospreay at 5, Seth Rollins at 6, Tetsuya Naito at 7, Swerve Strickland 8. I swerve when I drive. I swerve when I drive. Number 9, Gunther, and number 10, Becky Lynch. So that's their number 10. I think they got number 1 right. This list kinda... list's... alright. Cody at 1, of course you're gonna have him at 1. Because he's probably the best they have right now. At least their top babyface. So, the highest viewed WWE Raw segment of 2023 was the trial of Sami Zayn with over 2,760,000 viewers. The Peak Bloodline, man, legendary. So, we have some stuff to talk about when Tony Khan done his AEW media scrum. So, a few things to talk about. So Tony Khan said this when asked about Mercedes Moné's free agent status. Sasha Banks, pretty much, and quote, "I will be very active in the market signing great wrestlers." Well, actually, the reporter asked about 4 different female wrestlers. It's not just Mercedes. The reporter asked about 4 different. You kind of look like a freaking nerd up there with those freaking glasses. Whatever, I'm not taking shit seriously. Just be more professional. But I don't think she's on there. They just don't utilize the women's division. If she went there, that'd be a huge mistake. I think she'd be great, but the rest of the women's division, Tony Khan just doesn't use them. So Tony Khan was asked about the Chris Jericho thing. Looks like a freaking idiot up there. He says he can't speak to, end quote, internet and unsourced rumors. Unsourced rumors. Okay, Tony. When asked about Chris Jericho and proceeds to reiterate that AEW is the safest wrestling company in the world. Okay, so safe. It's a safe company, but yet he feared for his life. Yeah, sure thing, Tony. I want to know how safe it truly is backstage. That stuff keeps going on. Jesus Christ, Tony Khan. Well, my wife was in danger. Yeah, he said unsourced rumors. Just put it under investigation or something. I don't know. Like, did Chris Jericho do it? I don't know. Just put it under investigation. Don't just say, oh, unsourced rumors. So Tony Khan confirms that Andrade's contract will be up at the end of the 2023 and expects to part ways. So they expect to part ways, and Andrade will be going back to WWE as soon as tonight. It's kind of crazy how fast Andrade signed with WWE. So Tony Khan, also at the press conference, looking at that press conference, at that microphone with them sunglasses and a wig, looking like an idiot, not taking shit seriously. He was asked about the sexual harassment during the AEW World's End Media Scrum. I can't take him seriously. I just can't take anything he says seriously. I just can't. Like, I can't take anything this guy says seriously. He dodged the question so fast. He deflected, made all about him and being better than any other company when it comes to being safe. When it comes to safety, he's a pathetic freaking human, bro. He stood there and lied. Absolutely pathetic. Freaking coward in the highest degree. Like, Lord help me with this one, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few months ago, he was, quote, fearing for his life. But when there's a claim about sexual harassment, even if it's not true, at least investigate. Don't just go up there and say, oh, unsourced rumors. Just say, oh, we're going to have an investigation, we'll look into it. Stays, just goes up there and doesn't take it seriously. Freaking media scrum was a mess. So, you know how I started the video, I mentioned that's going to be the first episode without Kevin Dunn? Well, because this came out on the 30th at like 9 o'clock. Breaking. PW Insider reports that Kevin Dunn is leaving WWE after more than 3 decades. I'm kind of glad. I'm really glad. It's huge news. I'm really glad. Goodbye, buddy. Goodbye, Kevin Dunn. Get your future McDonald's worker. So I'm kind of glad. No more 50 camera cuts per second. So that's huge news. Triple H is really in full control. And a big factor in Kevin Dunn's decision to retire is changes internally post-Endeavor acquisition. And that Kevin Dunn was, quote, never going to do anything that was dictated to him. And opposed how he personally oversaw production in the past. It's not an issue of creative, but 2 different versions of how things should be run from a TV production perspective as WWE seeks to cut costs. And we can finally watch wrestling without getting whiplash from all the freaking camera cuts with like 30 camera cuts. Nobody wants 50 camera cuts a match. So I'm glad he's left. Good. Just glad. But now we don't have Kevin Dunn anymore. And apparently Nick Khan was seen in the background with The Rock today. And people are like, oh, wish they start relying on The Rock. He doesn't even show up that much. Like, be quiet. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the wrestling news. So until next time, peace.